Hi, everybody, and welcome to another Natural Grocers Nutrition Education class, virtual edition online. This week, we are going to be talking with Sarah Lewis, a nutrition health coach, baker, and cake artist that we love and adore. And she is going to be talking to us about the 3 types of hunger. So, hi, Sarah. Thanks. Welcome. And I'll let
Hi.
you take it away.
All right. Hi, Amy. Thank you so much for the introduction. I'm very happy. I am honored to be here sharing with you a little bit about the 3 types of hunger. Sometimes we don't think too much about it. You know, what is hunger? We just think that hunger. When I'm hungry, I eat, right? But yes, we do have some types of hunger. So it would be my pleasure to share with you guys over here a little bit of these 3 types. Of course, have some other ones, but we're going to focus more in only 3 for today. So it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for having me. So we're going to get started. Let me start in here for share with you. My All right. Don't you love technology that we can do so much with? Is awesome. I just have to learn a little more about these things in here, but looks like we are in. How is looking over there, Amy?
Yep, we can see it.
All right, okay. So let's get started with these 3 types of hunger. Um, let's see here the definition of hunger. A lot of times we think hunger is just when we are hungry, right? So the definition of hunger is a feeling of discomfort or weakness caused by a lack of food, coupled with the desire to eat, having a strong desire or craving for something. So our body sends us some signal, and a lot of times we do not pay attention to that signal. Our body is amazing, by the way. It's just amazing how the human body works. Everything that we need to function is right here. So that's a main reason that I think we have to love ourselves, because our body is amazing. When we say hunger, for it's a word that kind of denotes some sadness as well, because a lot of places in the world, the people are hungry. They don't have enough food to eat. So a lot of times we kind of put the words together like, well, if a person is hungry, in a lot of places of the world, they are in poverty. They have no way to eat. They have no way to provide for themselves. And yes, these worlds in these days is still happening. This kind of situation is still happening. But for us here, I would say in America, you can be in other parts of the world, but here in America, we are very fortunately that we do not have that kind of hunger. Even the people that don't have too much condition, that is a little more in a poor situation, they still have help from the government. They have church that help with food and other things. So we don't have that scarcity of hunger. Anywhere that we go, we have food available to us. We have a bunch of restaurants from all over the world. You go just across the street, you have a gas station that have sell some food. You are in some places in the airport, you have fast food, you have restaurant, you have vendor machines. So we always have food available to us 24/7, for tell you the truth, because we can call anybody, they can come in at your house and deliver food for you in the middle of the night. I have a friend that other day called me and said that her son, she woke up 3 o'clock in the morning with a knock on the door, and was the deliver guy, the pizza guy that deliver pizza for her son 3 o'clock in the morning. So we have this food available to us everywhere you go. If you watch TV, they pass a lot of advertisements, right, about food. So fortunately, we as people living in countries like here, United States, we don't have this much of this problem with food. We always have food available to us. So, but however, if I asked you right now, when I say let's do let's say 18 hours. Let's do a fasting of 18 hours without eat or drink anything, starting right now. You might think that, well, I can do that, just 18 hours, that's not a problem. But then you start thinking, but start right now at this moment without drinking or eating anything. When was the last time that I ate and what I ate? Do I have energy for to stay these 18 hours without eating? So it is kind of little challenge, right? I don't think everybody will be up to do that. We'll be kind of little afraid of it. But at the same time, I think we could do it. I don't say we could do it 18 hours, but we could fast for a few hours without eating, right? Sometimes we sleep for 8, 9 hours without eating anything. But anyway, I'm from Brazil. That's why I have this lovely accent. So if I mispronounce some words in there, you guys, please forgive me. It's just that my accent in my Portuguese kick in, and I kind of don't pronounce it exactly as I want to. But anyway, living in Brazil, we have a lot of fresh food available to us. And the way that I grew up eating a lot of foods that I don't even thought about of them being healthy. We just have a lot of variety, and that is great. In a lot of places, the people don't have that variety. They don't have that choice to choose fresh food all the time. But we're going to get that in just a moment. Also, when I was maybe in my 20s or middle 20s, I I really believed that we had to eat in 3 hours. As was all that thing that you have to eat, you could not pass a long time without eating anything, especially if you have this problem, if you have that problem. So for a long time, I start believing that I do have to eat de 3 hours. And that was not a good thing for me because I start forgetting how was to feel hungry, how was to feel really that I was with my body signals telling me, Sarah, it's time to eat. I would just eat. 3 hours, I will snack here, I will snack there. But didn't matter what was it. I just thought that I had to eat. And I was wrong. With the time passing, I start noticing that was not a healthy way to eat. For you to eat healthy, have not too much rules. Is have to be flexible. It shapes the situation you are at the moment. Have to be pleasant. Have to be balanced. I don't think the rules apply for everything that healthy eating represents. So I won't say that we should eat and all the time, right? Or that we should wait for a long period of time, but we should listen to our body. That will bring us to our first type of hunger, that it is the stomach hunger. What is the stomach hunger? How do you identify that you are hungry from the stomach? So you're going to have some sensations. You have your snoring belly, or you'll be feeling kind of empty. Sometimes you feel low energy, or in some cases, drowsiness or tiredness. You are maybe feel a little tense. You have the shaking hands. Your body will shake as well. Some people have even headaches, and some people have irritation. They are kind of cranky. I am that kind of person. I am a cranky hunger. When I'm hungry, I'm really hungry. Don't bother me. I need food and I need right now. So that is the stomach hunger, is the physiological need to eat. And that's what we call the stomach hunger. When it appears, there is no way you can deny it. That hunger requests food and requests food now, immediately. I'm hungry. I want to eat. And our body will show us the signal of that. That hunger is not a very demanding hunger. What is good about it, right? That's one of the things that I like about this hunger, is because it's not demanding. When appears, any food can finish with her. You know that expression that say hunger is the best seasoning? Yeah, I agree with that. When you're really hungry, everything looks appetizing. Anything will do it. Anything you see in front of you, you're gonna eat it because you are really, really hungry. You are not choosing what food that you like to eat. And that is when you have to take advantage of it, because the stomach hunger is very clear. It's hungry. I want it now. That is when you have to take advantage and feed with truth. What I mean with that, you're gonna feed with food that will nourish your body. The vegetables, the fruits, meat, eggs, grains, seeds, dairy products. That's the kind of food you're gonna feed when I mention about real food. Well, I don't know if I want to say real food, but the fruit food that will give your body nutrition, and will give your body energy, and you're gonna you don't have too much that thing that I don't like this because it's squishy, I don't like that because it's dry, I don't like that because it tastes this way. You are hungry, you're gonna eat. So take advantage of that time, eat the real food. And then you might will ask, well, but how I really will know the difference? How do I will say that I'm really, really, really hungry of the stomach? One of the things that I normally do is I drink a little water. If I still hungry after a few minutes, then I know that it is the stomach hunger. If I kind of forget about it and start doing something else, I will see that I was not really hungry. I probably were thirsty and I don't even notice that I was thirsty, right? So we are born with this well-adjusted device. It's just like the babies. When the baby is hungry, he cries, the mama go there. If she's nursing, she'll give him the breast, and he's gonna suck that in that milk until he feels full. When he's full, he's not hungry anymore. What he does, he stops drinking the milk. Nobody have to tell the baby that, oh, okay, you're too hungry, so stop eating. The baby will have that in his body, that knowledge that it's time for stop. So through life, many people end up losing this innate knowledge. But the good news is we can get it back. And you have to take advantage of that moment. You have to take advantage of that hunger. When your body kind of signal to you that it's hungry, let's feed it. But you do not have to feed until you feel completely full, that your pants are not even buttoned anymore because you are too full. You can be satisfied. You eat and you feel like you have that satiety, and you stop eating. You don't have to really go to the end, clean up the plate and lick it because you think you have to eat it out. You really don't. So that will bring us to our second type of hunger. This hunger is that kind of hunger that wants something crispy or something salty, something sweet or something creamy. Not just anything will supply it. It can be triggered by any of the senses. For example, when you're in a place and somebody passes with some popcorn and you smell, that invites you that you want to eat that popcorn as well, right? Now, is that good, especially when you're in the theater? So you don't have that physical sign of a stomach hunger, but you have the desire for that food. And that is the kind of hunger that the people that like to eat, the people that love to eat, that is their favorite type of hunger. And this is the mouth hunger. Now we're gonna see here. Let's move here a little bit. So, okay, now we are back on. So, this is a demanding kind of hunger. It is the hunger that will appear in any moment and comes full of preferences. And then you think, okay, but how I will identify this hunger right now? If I kind of know what the stomach hunger is, right? Without the symptoms that my body show me. But how do I know that this hunger will not, the mouth hunger will be also a stomach hunger? You feel like you want to eat something, you have the desire to eat something. And sometimes this is combined with some of our feelings as well. So that will bring us to the next hunger, that it is our mouth hunger. And this is a very specific type of hunger. Is when you feel like you are hungry for something crispy or something salty or something sweet or something creamy, right? Not anything will do it. You have that sense that you want something, you want some sugar or you want some salt. This is a demanding kind of hunger. Is the hunger the people that like to eat? It appears at any moment and come full of preferences. But you think, okay, how this is different from the stomach hunger? Well, the mouth hunger is not really a bad thing. On the contrary, it feels good when we feel like eating something sweet or something salty. You know, the desire of our body to eat something that will makes good, make us feel like, that's exactly what I want to eat at this moment. So it's not bad for you to say yes to that hungering once in a while. But I'm going to give you an example over here. Let's say you take your kid. If you have a kid, you take that kid to a toy store. And then the kid get there and he see a bicycle or a doll and a ball, a lot of toys. And then he wants everything. He wants that one and this one and that one. You as a mom or a father, you probably will say, no, 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 this is not good for you. Maybe he wants a game on that store and you look at over there that game is for 12 years and older. And your son or your daughter is only 5 years old. So you know that's not right. You're not going to, you as a responsible person, you're not going to give something to your kid that's not good for him. Another thing too, you probably will be broke if you will buy the whole store for your kid. And you will notice that if you do buy that whole store for your kid, you are a billionaire there and you can afford to do that. You're going to see that a lot of those items, your kid will not even use it. Your kid will just leave it there on the side because he has no interest on that. The same thing with us, is the same thing with the mouth hunger. You do not have to say yes to everything. You can say no to that hunger as well. You just have to stop and kind of think, okay, this is a kind of hunger that I'm feeling a little pain on my belly. I'm start feeling a little shaky and I'm really, really hungry. Okay, that maybe is a stomach hunger. Or maybe you just saw that is a mouth hunger. Let me see. Let me think a little. I want something probably sweet or something crunchy. So I think it's a little choosy kind of hunger. So that's the mouth hunger. And that's already 50% in there, right? You already identify what kind of hunger you have right now. And then you're going to say, but how exactly I'm going to find what thing that I can eat without binging too much. Let's say when that hunger appear, you have to think, okay, do I want something soft? Do I want something hot or something salty or something sweet? You have to go by elimination. That is one of the best way to do it, because then you're going to get in the end the exact answer before you eating anything that helps, anything that appears in front of you. So that will help you not to be pinching for foods that you really don't desire. You really don't want that. And let's say looks like if you feel like, okay, I want to eat something, and then you start eating popcorn. Oh, no, it's not popcorn. French fry. Oh, it's not French fry. Chocolate. Oh, no, not chocolate. And then in the end, what you really want was ice cream. Look at how many things you ate before you really noticed that what you want was ice cream. So that's when you have to try to notice what kind of hunger you have before you start eating everything. And then one suggestion that I will give it to you at this moment is that you should try to eat equivalent in a lighter and more homemade version. Let's say if you feel like eating a chocolate cake, so why not you make the chocolate cake yourself? I do have some recipes that I make the chocolate cup in a mug. And it's just one portion, is really yummy, tastes just like the chocolate that you do at home, like the oven, the 8-inch cake or something like that. But then what I do, I top that with some yogurt or with some fruits or maybe some nuts. And so I will try to make that a smaller portion and a little more homemade style. Make sense? So instead of you go there and buy a whole 8-inch cake and then you have to feel like you have to eat that whole entire cake, and we know that that's not good for us. But a lot of times we don't want to throw that 8-inch cake away, and but then you feel like you have to eat it. So try to do something homemade and something that will make you feel good about it, and at the same time will satisfy you to that sensation that it is that you want to eat a chocolate cake. So you can choose to say no to that mouth hunger. Let's say that you don't have to say yes all the time. So what I will do to say no to that hunger, you can drink a cup of tea, distracted yourself, talk with a friend, or go back to work, go for a walk. You have to kind of distract yourself and know that you do not have to say yes to that hunger all the time. So now we're gonna go to our third and last type of hunger. This hunger is the type of hunger that is triggered by some feelings. It appears when you're sad or when you're tired or when you're anxious or stressed. You may not experience some physical hunger. These usually come with a specific desire for some kind of food that will bring comfort to you or will bring pleasure or a good memory. That is the heart hunger. That is a tough one for a lot of people because sometimes you do not identify that you are having a heart hunger. So that is not a physical or nor a sensorial type of hunger. It is emotional. And it is the when we connected food with our feelings. And that is normal because sometimes we have kind of good memory with some type of foods, or maybe a celebration, a birthday party, or even that recipe that your grandmother used to do, right? That kind of soup that brings you kind of that comfort. Or maybe you go to the movies and you know that popcorn is kind of related to when you go to a movie theater. And so you that's how you identify. You can see that this association between food and feelings can happen. But that also can be dangerous because sadness in food or comfort in food or refreshment in food or anxiety in food, this type of hunger, it's hard, but that is the type of hunger that will not be solved with food. Is a kind of thing that you have to notice that will not feel, no, will not be the solution, I will say, for the problem that you are having. It's a kind of thing that you have to go deep and see what it is the root, what is the really root of the problem. Is the type of thing that if you see that is consistent of your life, you have to look for help. You have to find a professional that can address the root of that feeling, because that will have some repercussions. It will have some problems on your life. And when that hunger comes, identifying the feeling is leading you to eat, that you're having that feeling that is leading you to that kind of food. And you start eating that food because will fill that hole inside of you. But then as soon as you stop eating and pass a few hours, you see that you still have the feeling, right? That did not resolution. You broke up with your boyfriend and you feel so sad. It's normal for you to want to eat a whole tub of ice cream, but it's good for you too to notice that the ice cream will not bring your boyfriend back, right? But this is a situation that can be changed. Past the month, you might not feel like you or even like that guy so much, right? Or that girl. So, but if you see that something that is still pushing you down, still making you feel depressed, still making you feel like you're not going to talk with nobody, you don't want to leave from the house, it is a time for you to look for help. It's time for you to find a professional that can help you. And a lot of times people will look for help after they are 50 pounds overweight. And they think that they will lose that weight really quickly because they don't even notice that they put 50 pounds. But really, that was little by little, was that a sensation that they have during their life, and that they were not paying really attention to that hunger. They were thinking that that hunger was normal, and really is not. That hunger was leading them to a place that they were not getting the results, and they were getting bigger, right? I don't want to say a bad word, but we are putting some more pounds into your body that you really don't need. So please, 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 if you do feel like you have that kind of hunger, it's not a shame, it's not putting anybody down, but it is for you to pay attention, because you have to love yourself. Don't resolution you be that kind of person that will try to cope your problems by yourself. You have a lot of professionals out there that can help you. Talk to a good friend. You might have a friend that can help you identify this problem as well. So you get to make it yourself well, right? So don't be afraid of hunger. You have to eat when you feel like you need to eat. You have to listen to your body. You have to love yourself, like I said before, and enjoy the food. Chew your food well. Uh, Take the distraction out of the table. Sit there and really enjoy that moment. Put your fork down and kind of feel the texture of the food. You see that you feel fuller even faster when you do that. When you eat too fast, you don't see that you're eating the amount of you are eating. And also, if you are distracted, you're on a cell phone, or you're working and eating at the same time, you don't even saw what you ate. When you see, wow, I ate that whole sandwich. So pay attention in what you're eating and enjoy food. Food is the medicine that we need for our body. The right food, right? Not be eating all those foods that you should eat in once in a while. I don't like to classify food as good or bad, but have that kind of food that you should eat more, the kind of food that you should eat some, and the kind of food that you should eat in once in a while. So feed your hunger with the right food. You have a stomach hunger, fill with the good, the truthful food that we talk about. If it is heart hunger, a uh, mouth hunger first. If it is the mouth hunger, you're gonna feed it once in a while. No, it's good to eat ice cream once in a while. You don't have to eat all the time, but you can eat once in a while. And then the heart hunger that you should not feed as much. You can eat a soup that remember about your family, or a good event in your life, but it's not the solution. It's not the type of hunger that you should resolve with food. So thank you so much. That's what I have for you today with our 3 types of hunger. I appreciate all of you that was here with us today. If you guys have any question, we are here to answer you. So
Yes, thank you so much for sharing all of that. It's really wonderful to hear another perspective on people and how we relate to food emotionally and mentally and physically. So thank you so much. Thank you, obrigada, Sarah, for sharing your time with us today. And
it's nice to hear my Portuguese once in a while. Thank you.
So, and thank you to, again, everyone who came and heard this event. Keep watch for our next Wednesday's event with something else and someone else. Thanks again.
Thank you so much.